there, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. I am talking about salvias today. A couple of months back, Janey came by and we did a whole video about salvias. Here it is. Enjoy the video. Hey, I would love to talk about salvias.
I love salvias, Fionuala. You are speaking my language right now.
Oh, great. Well, one of the things that's so great about it is it's a pretty big family. There's so many salvias to choose from, but they're almost invariably great in the heat. They almost invariably have amazing blooms. It's pollinator friendly. Hummingbirds love them. And some of them are so easy to grow, it's crazy.
And they're beautiful.
Yeah.
They're just so...
I forgot that.
They're just so beautiful.
I mean, that is straight off obvious, but yeah, look at this.
So which one is this?
This one is Hot Lips. When it gets a little older, it develops a bicolor aspect to the blooms. It is super cool. It's red and white, and it is tough as nails. I have it in my garden in a spot that really doesn't get any irrigation at all.
Oh.
Alongside my Petaluma poppies.
Oh, yeah.
Stunning combination.
Oh, yes.
Really happy.
Oh,
And just
nice.
like I come across that bit of my garden every now and again, I'm like, my God, it's still looking amazing.
It's perfect.
Yes,
I love
exactly.
it.
And
So
it's a hummingbird favorite, which is really, to me, it's such a big deal.
It's important.
Yeah.
It's definitely important.
Exactly.
Now, what about this one? This is a salvia, too?
Yeah, this is white sage, Salvia apiana.
Oh.
It can get kind of big and unruly, but in such an amazing way. And it smells really fragrant. I love the foliage smell.
Oh,
Smells-
you're right. That smells so good.
Isn't it good?
Oh, wow.
And if you've ever seen the bloom spikes, they're enormous. Up over my head, white flowers.
Wow.
Bees love it. That's where the apiana part of the name
Oh,
came
funny. Oh, that makes sense.
from. Yeah, they just love it. I actually love the flower spikes in flower arrangements too. We always end up talking about that.
Of course you do. Every video with Fionuala ends
Somehow.
up talking about cut flowers, which is why we love you, Fionuala.
Yeah, thank you, Janey. Thank you. I love the white ones too because they add a little bit of cool to a hot garden.
Yeah.
And this is Heatwave Glimmer.
Yeah.
So it's
beautiful.
It's a really nice one. It's almost coming to, this particular one is almost coming to its time where you can cut it back by half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you do that with all your salvias?
Depends on the salvia, but the Greggii and the microphylla hybrids, yes.
Okay.
I do. You know, certain times a year, the plant pretty much lets you know when.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, this one probably needs to be cut back.
Time to be cut back.
Yeah.
Do you fertilize your salvias?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, they really, really are not fussy. The salvias I grow here and at my own house are the perennial kinds, not the little annuals. They're a little delicate and I just don't grow them myself. They could probably appreciate some fertilizing.
Okay.
Yeah, get a lot of annual growth out of them.
Okay.
Amethyst lips is kind of like hot lips. When it's older, it is a bicolor. You've got white and purple. I have it growing up the hill. I'll show you in a minute.
Pretty.
A couple more in the Heatwave series that are really cool.
I've never heard of the Heatwave series. That's interesting.
They're tidy and they're compact and they're full of blooms and they're just, you know, another one of those super easy plants for a beginning gardener to grow.
Okay.
As long as you have full sun and good drainage and are ready to do some watering at least.
Yeah.
This is a really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. I see one behind you that I actually have on my wish list for today, and that's the Salvia leucantha.
Oh, yes.
Right? I know we're skipping by Clevelandia.
These are so great. I mean,
this one, now it doesn't look like much right now, but tell us what it's going to look like in
the
too long.
late summer and the fall. Big furry bloom spikes. They're fuzzy. The texture's amazing. The leaves are really amazing. I like plants that you just feel like petting.
You can't help but touch it.
Yeah, and this is
right?
one of them. And the blooms are just so pretty. And it's another one that pollinators really, really like.
Yeah. What is this one right here? I don't know.
This is a new one to me, but look at it. Look how much the bees love it.
They are all over it.
Yeah, and it's got fascinating foliage. It's unlike any other salvia foliage I know.
Yeah.
And I really like this one. And the airiness is really pretty.
What is it
also.
called?
Savannah Blue.
Wow, I've never heard of this one. How interesting. It's obviously a winner. The bees are choosing it over all the other ones.
Exactly.
Isn't that
The
funny?
blooms are at the right stage, and it's a happy, happy plant.
Absolutely.
Hey, I just want to show you Salvia amethyst lips.
Oh, this is the one we just saw.
Yeah, this has been established a couple of years,
Oh, it's so
and it's really showing the bicolor. I mean, look over here.
Oh, yes. And again, we see the bees all over it. This is beautiful.
The bees love it, and it is ridiculously easy to care for, like most salvias.
Yeah. So can you talk a little bit about the care? I know you say it's easy, but break it down for us.
Yeah.
Like, where would I plant these? Are they all full sun? That kind of stuff.
All the ones that I grow here are full sun.
Okay.
There are certain salvias that do tolerate quite a lot of shade and actually thrive in it.
Oh.
It's a really big family,
Okay.
really, really big. The ones I grow are full sun, easy care. So full sun, start with full sun location in your garden, which means it is sunny from all afternoon, basically. You want that afternoon sun, that heat.
That heat for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
And then
really love
what
the
about
heat.
watering? Would you water these guys a lot?
Well, let's start with the soil too,
Oh, yeah, I'm
because
sorry.
that is part of it. That's part of what controls the. Yeah, no, start again. What about watering? Yeah.
Okay. So what about watering? Do you water these guys a lot?
You know, they kind of thrive on neglect, the ones that I'm growing.
Okay.
Some of them even more so than others. Clevelandia it's typically quite a difficult one to grow because everybody wants to take too good a care of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They really want nothing.
Like no water.
Really nothing. Like not rich soil and nothing.
It just doesn't compute.
I know. If you're a gardener, you want to care for your plants and be
do, right.
nurturing. And yeah. So the Clevelandia cross that I've got is called Pozo Blue. It's a little more forgiving of care,
Okay.
but you still get that incredible fragrance of the foliage. It's amazing. On a hot day in the evening, the fragrance of that foliage is so beautiful. But most other salvias that we grow, what they want is a full sun location, which means afternoon sun, at least 6 hours of good afternoon sun. They want very well draining soil. They don't tolerate clay very well at all.
Okay.
The one exception is Salvia leucantha, which will tolerate clay better than most of the others.
Okay.
And that's a really fascinating one. I love how tolerant it can be because east side of Petaluma is all clay. So it's really nice that I have something to offer.
So if you live on the east side,
Yeah.
that might be a good one for you.
Exactly.
Oh,
And
that's a good tip, Fionuala.
yeah,
That's
it's really
great.
nice to be able to offer something
Yeah.
that they don't have to amend like crazy or build mounds or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good drainage, really important. And then all the ones that I grow are really drought tolerant, so you don't want to overwater.
Okay. So would I hook them up to drip or would I leave them off my drip system?
It's always a good idea to put them on your drip, but don't give them 2-gallon emitters on either side.
Okay.
You might go with a half-gallon emitter
Okay.
either side. It's always good to do both sides just to make sure that root system develops equally and evenly underneath.
Okay.
Makes for a stronger plant.
All right. Good tip. And then feeding. You said no feeding for the salvia.
I don't think so.
Okay.
You know, it's judging by how happy the ones in my garden are, like epically happy in a spot that really doesn't get much irrigation, but it is kind of down a hill, so maybe get some runoff, and it definitely gets no feeding, and they are thriving.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So you don't want to overfeed because you're going to get a lot of lush foliage at the expense of the blooms, and what we're growing it for is the blooms.
it's absolutely the blooms.
Yeah.
Well, Fionuala, this is great. I love salvias, and I feel like I always learn about a new kind of salvia, because you're right. There are
Yeah.
so many kinds.
Yes.
So all of you, make sure you come down to Cottage Gardens of Petaluma and check out Fionuala's favorite salvias, because she's got some good ones here.
Oh, thank you, Janey. Yeah, for sure. Come on down and let me show you what I love.